take you through what our experience has been and how we've actually transversed these 5 years. 5 years ago, when we started off with the intention of helping taxpayers file their returns, the scenario was very different from what it is today. The manual filing was the mantra of the day. E-filing was something which you never did. It's something that you've heard of, but it's something which you never went for. So at that stage, we undertook the campaign of educating taxpayers, not only to file, because first step was actually to get them to start filing, because there was a common belief at some stage, especially among the salaried class, saying that, I have Form 60, I don't need to file a return. My tax has already been deducted. I am not required to file a return. So our first step was to educate, saying that tax deduction is only a part of it, but you need to file a return. And we ensured that, not disturb the comfort level. So we also supported people to file manual returns. As we went along, the ecosystem changed as well. The income tax department started promoting e-filing in a big way. And they started, authorizing people like Taxsmile to become an e-return intermediary and authorizing us to e-file returns on behalf of consumers. So the next phase for us was continuation of the education as well as assisting taxpayers on e-filing of returns. What we did towards this is, ensuring that anything new that comes in, you're a little discomfort. So it brought in new things like ITRVs to be sent to the income tax department. It brought in digital signatures. So our phase 2 or the next phase was towards helping people e-filing and encouraging e-filing. Over the last 2 years, with the income tax department increasing the mandate behind it. So what we did was set up a good support system at various initiatives. Our belief is digital signature is something I sign and I scan a copy. That's not what digital signature is. It's something which is issued by a certifying authority. It's your own prices. We also gave them a single stop shop. So you come onto Taxsmile, you can procure it. You can also e-file online using a digital signature. You don't need to worry about downloading some kind of data and then going and uploading on the income tax department or anything of that sort. What we also did is we realized, what we are bringing in by online portal is do it yourself. Now, when I started doing something on my own for the first time, what I look for is a lot of support. Because I'm not really sure, am I doing something right? Am I making a mistake somewhere? So we start off with a live chat. As you go on preparing a return on Taxsmile, if you are stuck at some stage, you can just go on and chat with one of our support personnel who will help you complete your return filing there and then. And we also realized, a lot of our colleagues, a lot of friends, when we look at tax, when it comes to tax investments, when it comes to how do I save my taxes, what happens when I encash my leave, what happens when I encash my PF, we don't know who do we go to ask to. For salaried, they typically go to the finance department. We said, no, why not give that kind of support system on Taxsmile? So we've come up with a suite of utilities, calculators, not only for our users, it's for general tax filing people who can come onto the Taxsmile portal, make use of these utilities, understand what the tax implication is. And something beyond FAQs. Generally, what you get is a lot of frequently asked questions. It's about somebody asking a question about their income and answers for that. Whereas we felt that I'm most comfortable when I can put in my information and get it what it means for me. Hence, is the suite of utilities that came out with this. An important piece of that came into this e-filing ecosystem was the ITRV, which today is still something which we are trying to get in terms with, because ITRV is that last piece of document where if you e-file without digital signature, that needs to be sent to the income tax department. Right? So what we did as our part towards towards the e-governance and helping the department, we actually set up drop boxes at various corporate campuses. The employees just need to go and drop in their ITRV in those drop boxes, collect those ITRVs, bring it to our central processing center, ensure they are correct, and then submit them to the department. And to the internet, people doing it yourself, and who are on the move. So we said, why not go to the cafes and the malls? And that's what today is all about, the important launch for us. That's the ATF that we'll talk about more. And just moving on to the next of why the ATF. Just a little more on why we looked at ATF. What was the need for us to look at something so different? right? The idea was there's a set of people, we work with a lot of corporates, and when we work with banks, we work with KPOs and BPOs, we realize a lot of our friends don't have access to internet in their offices, probably work late hours, would not have access at their home. So they're left nothing but to go to a cafe and try and file the returns. Not the most comfortable place where you want to file your income tax return.